We will have the introduction of our guest speaker by Tyler Suber. After our guest speaker, there will be a special presentation by Kyle Sims, and I will tell you about the activities scheduled for the week. The closing remarks will be by Principal Smith and our 6th grade administrator, Ms. Dorsey, will dismiss us back to our classes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tyler Suber, and I'd like to introduce our guest speaker. Our guest speaker is a graduate of Cedar Grove High School in Decatur, Georgia. He attended Georgia Tech University on a full scholarship, where he excelled as an awesome basketball player. He was drafted by the Atlanta Hawks the year most of us was born, 1999. He also played professional ball with the Toronto Raptors and San Antonio Spurs. Since retiring from professional ball, Coach Dion has dedicated his time working with youth as myself. He is training and mentoring us to become strong athletes. But more importantly, he puts emphasis on being a great student. He said it's the foundation for life. At training, Coach Dion always talks about good grades and great behavior. Okay, enough said. Let me present to you a mentor, a trainer, and a friend, and someone I highly respect, Coach Dion.
How's everybody doing this morning? So y'all how's everybody doing this morning? All right. Tyler, like a little brother, nephew, more like to me, and you know they come out and work hard every Monday and Wednesday for me. So I'm really excited about being here, and Tyler just made me feel real old. He said that some of y'all were born in 1999. So, but I'm just 33 years old. So I'm not that old. But I'm very excited to be here and just give me the opportunity. I want to thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to share some of my experiences with y'all about life. From the age of 6 years old, I would, play basketball. My dad didn't have that much money, that many resources for us to make it to college. He worked a 9 to 5, honest, hard-working man, and one Christmas he put a $5 basketball in my hand, my brother's hand, and we took it as far as we can make it. He told us, if you're going to make it to college, if we're going to make it to college, we got to be disciplined and make this work for us. So from the age of 6 until I was 27, all I knew how to do was play basketball. That's all I know how to do. If you have problems with life, you give me a basketball and I solve them. If I made tons of money, traveled the world, got a great education from playing from a $5 basketball. So I say my dad got an excellent return on his investment. So from $5, I was able to do everything I wanted to do. But what I want to talk to y'all is from the age of 27 when I was forced to retire to right now. That's a 6-year gap, 6-year window that I wasn't prepared for. And that's what I want to talk to y'all about. It's preparation. It's a saying in my household, even today, I make my kids repeat it when they wake up some mornings. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. I want everybody to say that. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. Do y'all understand that? Yes. I'm explaining it to you. But, I thought I was going to be able to play basketball until I was 35, 36 years old. And all of a sudden, due to a knee injury, I was forced to retire. So I had all my eggs planted in a realm of basketball, just playing basketball, playing in the NBA 15, 20 years, and then retiring and investing my money and becoming a businessman. That was the plan for my life. But at the age of 27, I was forced. I had microfracture surgery, so they took all the cartilage out of my right knee. So it just became bone on bone. So I wasn't able to play basketball anymore. So I wasn't prepared for life after basketball. I never prepared. No one ever told me that one day the ball was going to stop bouncing and people were going to stop patting you on the back. And it's a lonely and scary feeling when you plan things one way and they don't go as you planned and you didn't have a plan B. So my thing today is to talk to you guys about plan B. Some of y'all going to be lawyers. Some of y'all may be doctors. Some of y'all may be dentists. You can be anything you want in life. But also know that life sometimes have roadblocks and throw you curveballs. So I wasn't prepared for that. And when and it was very detrimental to me. And I always be honest with you guys. I fell into a life of depression. I went into depression for about 2 years. And the only thing that brought me out of that depression was my wife. But I had fell into depression, sitting on the couch. I don't advise y'all to do this, but I was just sitting there drinking alcohol every day, just depressed. Wasn't doing anything with my life because all I knew how to do was play basketball. That's all I knew how to do. So y'all right now is looking at a guy who's just came out of a tumultuous situation and advancing his life and continue to do the thing I love to do, which is staying around basketball and giving back to young people, trying to teach them how to prepare their life and have a plan B. But it was a story my dad always talked about when he preaches. There was 2 guys that started on the marathon. One guy was in shape and in better shape than another guy. And so he started out on his marathon running fast and didn't prepare. Didn't just started out running fast. He was in shape. Another guy took his time and packed a backpack. He packed water. He packed food. He packed clothing. He packed a map. So he took off shortly after the sprinter. The sprinter took off. The other guy took off after him. But the other guy wasn't in shape physically, but he was in shape mentally. So my thing to y'all is to be in shape mentally, because in life you never know what you're going to cross. So the guy who started off last ended up catching and passing the guy sitting beside the road. And the guy sitting beside the road, when they finished and they interviewed the guy who packed his backpack, they asked him a question: how did you finish the race? And he said, I prepared. I brought water and everything. I brought the things I need, even when I got lost.
Students and parents, please excuse this announcement. First period teachers, this is just a reminder that we will need a hard copy of your roster with the students highlighted who are dressed in business attire, and we will need that information by noon today. Again, first period teachers, this is just a reminder that we will need a hard copy of your first period roster with the students highlighted who are dressed in business attire by noon, and that will come to Ms. Lunsford. Thank you.
So they interviewed the guy, and the guy went on to say that he was prepared to finish the race. And he wasn't prepared to start the race. The other guy took off before him, but he was prepared to finish the race. And I say this, that it was plenty of guys that I was better than in basketball, more athletic, and better conditioned, but end up playing longer than I played and end up having a better career than I had because somebody got to them early and taught them how to finish the race. So your teachers are here, your parents are here. Y'all got to understand, they know how to finish the race. They done been through a lot. You know, I argue with my girls. I have a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old. I argue with them about life all the time. They think they know everything that I know and have experienced everything that I have experienced. But I try to teach them on how to finish the race. Life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So you don't have to take off fast in life to get where you're going. Take off slow, take your time, enjoy every moment. Some of y'all in 6th grade, some of y'all in 7th grade. I mean, you got 7th graders, you got 8th graders walking around the school. In a minute, high school is going to be over just like that before you know it. I got one of her, she went to Cedar, she was at Cedar Grove when I was there. And that's almost what? It was a long time ago, but it seemed like it went by so fast. So it's a saying that's in my bathroom. It's called carpe diem. It means seize the day. So every day you wake up and God give you breath in your lungs, cherish that day. Take advantage of that day. Learn something new that day. Learn something you have to. And it's an illustration I always use in order to teach you how to get to your goals. Y'all got to put them down. Y'all going to help me out a little bit. I'm going to put y'all to work a little bit. Stand up, stand up, stand up. We're going to use Tyler as Tyler, you stand right there. Tyler's the kid with the goal. He want to be a doctor, lawyer, whatever he wants to be, right? These guys are going to be traps and obstacles. Remember, going through life, if I'm running on the road up a mountain or something, there's going to be limbs, there's going to be holes in the ground, there's going to be trees that have fallen, there's going to maybe a stream, anything. So anything on this journey can sidetrack you or derail you from where you're going to be. I'm going to be the finishing product. I'm going to be the goal. So y'all turn around and face Tyler. I'd like for the audience to talk back to me. What are some things that can distract you from your goals?
Money.
Money. Lack of. Not being focused. People around you. Alcohol and drugs. Drugs. Haters.
Love it.
Technology.